What's going on, gang? And welcome back to another episode of Quarantine Marketing. And today, man, as you guys can see already, I'm excited to be here because you got the whole crew on. What's going on, Jonathan? What's going on, Matt? How are you?
Good.
Hey, doing good.
How's your day? How's everybody doing? You guys enjoying this pandemic that we have going on?
I'm loving it. You know, we always, as entrepreneurs, we always first saw this coming. So it just came quicker than expected.
Yeah. Especially it's a hot day out today. Looking forward to go outside.
Yeah. It is a hot day. We got a hot topic, and the topic today is going to be advertisements. And we're all here in the digital marketing ad space. So today it's going to be a little bit of fun, a little bit of debating, a little bit of shit talking, I guess you could put it that way, and getting at each other for a little bit. So we're going to share some of the ads that we thought are cool. And we're going to start off with this one. I'm going to share my screen here today, guys. And one of my favorite ads is right here. Let's see who's really behind COVID-19. You guys agree? We're all on Zoom calls.
Hey, we're not sponsoring them, right?
I think they're sponsoring themselves at this point. Everybody's on Zoom, right? So I think they're behind this whole pandemic. I don't know. I'm just letting you guys know. Bill Gates did say in 5 years we're going to have some kind of virus that's going to kill us. So I don't know if he has any shares in Zoom or anything like that. I would assume he does, but hey, who knows? Maybe he's behind it. But guys, this is not the ad we're going to be talking about. Let me take you right to the first ad that we're going to discuss, and it is, let me just take you right there. 40 plus brutally honest illustrations that perfectly sum up long-term relationships. Who came up with this one?
Oh, I think I saw this one before.
Go ahead, Matt.
I think this guy is, I believe he's an artist just sharing his stuff, right? And he just shows how the relationships aren't really supposed to be super Disney perfect, right? It just shows like what actually happens.
Yeah, so like this ad, more specifically, we could even dive in more. Not only does the imagery is really amazing, but it correlates with the copy that's on there too. So like, you know, a lot of people out there nowadays are saying, you know, the only way to have a successful campaign is video ads. And that is not necessarily true. And it's not right or it's not wrong. It's neither. You just have to know how to correlate with your audience well. So the copy hits on 4 different things. It's 40 plus brutally honest illustrations that perfectly sum up long-term relationships. And the reason why this ad, I'm pretty sure, is doing successful, you know, it hits on 4 major elements. 3 elements. It's ultra specific, it's unique, and it's useful because it's something that people can relate to. It's unique because, you know what, it's people are telling the truth. The imagery makes it unique. And what was the third one I said, you guys? I forgot. Unique, useful, and ultra specific. It's talking about relationships. So it's a very strong ad right there. And it certainly caught my attention.
I think it's pretty weird. In business, I would think this is a weird ad. But it depends what they're positioning this ad to. If this is an ad for a Hinge or a Bumble or a Tinder, I can see it. I guess they're preparing them for the worst, though.
Well, I mean, it definitely relates to business because it's a B2C ad, right? It's not really meant to target, you know, business to business, you know? So it's very clear that it's a consumer ad. Now, it may be related to people who are on the dating apps, but it's also relatable to people who are, you know, in a current relationship right now. And the copy sums it up itself. Like it knows who it's, that's why I said it's ultra specific, right? And it's clear that it's ultra specific because it's talking about people in long-term relationships. So we're actually, you know, Matt's in a relationship and that would go to him, right?
I was going to say, is this how you really feel? Is this what's going through your mind?
I think this does really good. It's not, to me, it doesn't really seem more of an ad, but it's more of something that is like we call a lead magnet. Yeah. But at the same time, it's one of those publishing for content, specifically for content strategy. So essentially, this is used to basically mind those people, say, oh, I'm going to share this with my boyfriend and girlfriend, say how funny this is.
Yeah.
But now essentially you get hundreds of people looking at this, which sends traffic to your site just because people could relate to this so much, which I find that part interesting.
Can you relate the relationship, the long-term relationships into business with some of the networks you guys are having, with some of the relationships we built over the years? You know, is it similar to some of the acquaintances that we have?
Yeah, I mean, definitely some long-term relationships for specifically business. You tend to get close with your clients the more you know them. And people tend to get loose, but it's always, I find it interesting on what clients tend to share with you. And a lot of them tend to be good friends, and just making that type of business relationship where people want to help each other, especially getting to know them. It's definitely rewarding to see.
Yeah, to me, the way I look at this, I perceive it as, yes, we are in a long-term relationship, but we gotta make sure we're taking care of each other every day, day in and day out. At the end of the day, you know, even though it's a long-term relationship, we can't get too comfortable with our clients. You know, we can't show them the negative sides of things sometimes, you know, even though in regards to relationships, it's bound to happen. They're your significant other. You're not going to fall out of love, even though sometimes in the world today we do. But essentially what I'm trying to say is, you know, you're always got to take care of yourself in a long-term relationship, regardless, to make sure you still have that affection towards one another, whether it's with your significant other or with your client. All right, guys, the next ad is a Tai Lopez ad. We all know him, right?
Yeah.
It's sponsored. It's Tai Lopez. I can't really see. We live in a competitive world. I believe that's what it says right here on the snippet below. But it's him with a picture of the law of the jungle.
Yeah, this ad is really powerful, you know, especially who it's targeting. And you know, a lot of people may not like Tai Lopez, but he does an extremely good job creating a massive attraction through his copy. I don't know if he writes the copy or if he has his own copywriting team. But on Instagram, you know, it's not like the same as Facebook where you have like a space to put in your headline. So you have to become creative. And Tai Lopez started using this strategy more often. So I'm assuming it's a control. For those of you that don't know what a control is something that you consistently see, like an ad that you consistently see. And if you see this ad, you know, being consistent, that means it's most likely bringing in revenue. It's kind of revenue. So that's an ad you want to pay attention to. You know, Dr. Gundry does it. He's really good at it. We're not going to be discussing his landing page today just because of time. But the law of the jungle, right? This is taking something from, you know, since the dawn of mankind, like cavemen, right? It gives you the sensory of like, okay, yeah, I got to fight in this world because it's entering a new economy. So it touches a lot of different touch points with that simple headline. But this headline is so powerful because it's unique and it creates curiosity. And as you can see in the lead right here, what a lead is, the beginning text, it says we're living in a competitive world. So already you know what he's talking about. You know that he's talking about, you know, business and the strategies that he, you know, sums up in that copy, specifically saying, you know, how are you gonna stand out, right, from yourself and, you know, against your competitors. And I'm gonna give you guys a very clear, you know, vivid representation of how this works. So you're a lion, right? And, you know, you're in the desert and you're chasing zebras. What's the law of the jungle? Well, the lion has to eat, you know, he has to survive daily. The other animals have to eat, they have to survive daily. So the law of the jungle is, you know, the moment you wake up, you start gunning for it. You know, you're alert, you're this, you're that, you're on top of your game. Everyone's on top of their game. So you have to figure out a way to differentiate yourself. And the way the line does that, you know, a lot of mistakes that marketers and entrepreneurs do, which Tai Lopez is teaching this ad, is like they're always chasing everything. The line never chases everything. It chases one thing, the weakest link.
That's the thing. I love the picture. I'm just, you know, the first stating during the public health emergency, that scares me right away. I'd rather just look at the picture and kind of do what Tai Lopez did in his in the previous ad that we just showed and click to learn more. Because the picture itself shows that superhero approach, shows the need for something, which is, hell, it's toilet paper, We all been eating toilet paper for God knows how long. I still can't find any in stores. I don't get why.
That's another thing. I didn't even realize that. That's another thing. Like toilet paper is like this big thing. Like I don't know why, but it is. I didn't even realize that.
And then I agree with you. It hits that earn your money, that financial security part, help lives, which you're trying to sell lives, and then give poop, which.
And it's a sense of achievement. Like wow, yo, this ad.
I love the picture.
When I see down in this, it's as if I'm scrolling down Facebook. The one thing that I would improve on this is making it bolder and bigger to see givepoop.org, because as I scroll down, usually I'm a fast scroller, and then I see something like poop in there, and my middle school humor just pops out. It's like, oh, let's talk about poop. How can I make money doing something easy? Me as a millennial, right? I want to do stuff easy and get stuff in return. So givepoop.org is a pretty interesting domain name, and it would pique anyone's interest to know, to actually like see something like this, especially for me that just got stopped by this ad just when I saw the word poop. It catches a lot of people, and you can even see people have laughing face emojis.
For the second you said poop, I giggled.
Yeah.
But I thought this ad was brilliant. And, if I can somehow, after every single one of these, just coffee in general, I give them a call. Who knows?
Yeah.
You guys ready to go to the next one?
And before we go forward, I noticed that we were talking some lingo that some people might not know. So we were saying stuff like retargeting ad and a cold traffic ad. To just give a brief understanding in what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So JJ, do you want to elaborate more for the cold traffic on what that is?
Yeah, 100%. So I'm going to give you guys a very simple analogy, and it's something that we can all relate to. So a cold traffic ad, all it is seeing something for the first time, right? And a retargeting ad is you see the ad follows you around, right? So a perfect example, right? You're on Amazon, you see something that you want to purchase, but for some reason you didn't purchase it, or you're comparing it to another product. And at the end of the day, you didn't get anything. All of a sudden you go on Facebook, Google, YouTube, and that very ad that you were looking at is now, being retargeted. So now you see it. So just for you marketers out there that are just starting out, just to let you guys know, when you see the same ad with the same text following you around, it actually does the opposite. It makes you not want to buy the product or service. So a lot of these big companies are doing it incorrectly. And the way you got to do it is you got to showcase different ads that stimulate different, desires that these people have. So marketing tip 101, if you're going to do a retargeting campaign, don't make it be the same type of ad every single time. Have some variation. And not only that, you can also boost your conversions too. So you're also doing yourself injustice if you keep it the same. So.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's always interesting to hear that. And thank you for the explanation. And now we can move to the next video.
As you can see, y'all, Matt is the backbone of our company. So it's very clear that how structured this guy is. He knows.
That is true. Matt knows everything. Believe it or not. He's very quiet, as you guys can tell, because he's listening. He's listening.
He's a sharp dresser, too. This is good, man. This right here, I like this ad. I like Dan Locke, too. He writes good copy. But I think, who chose this ad? You, Alex?
I did.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And I don't think it's Dan Locke.
It's not Dan Locke. This is some other guy. It's probably one of his students, actually, or partners.
I'm taking a guess. His name is Peng Joon.
Peng Joon.
Well, nice guess. But I like the ad not because of the picture, not because of the headline that says, free exclusive in-demand skills. I like it because the top. It's capturing. The first thing you read is the job economy is dying. Again, it hits those pain points of a lot of people right now. They don't know what to do. And this right away makes me want to read more about the ad. And the copy, when you click continue more, it's a little bit longer, but you want to continue reading it because you want to know what kind of training they're going to be providing. Itself, the main fact, what I like about this ad is the beginning of it is the job economy is dying. It gets these people right away to kind of click in, learn more, and really see what their sales page is all about.
Yeah.
That's why I like the ad.
I mean, let's even dive in deeper too. Like, when you go to the headline, free exclusive, look how powerful this headline is. It hits all the 4 points, right? Free exclusive, right? So it's use in-demand skill training going live soon. So it hits its uniqueness, which is like the uniqueness is the curiosity. What's this in-demand skill? It has a sense of urgency right on the top. The job economy is dying. If you scroll up, it's on this headline. And then sense of urgency is also in going live soon, right? So actually, that is an urgency right there. How useful is this? Well, they know that the job economy is dying, so it's very useful. And how ultra specific is this? Well, it's specific because it's talking about a new in-demand skill because it's something that's useful now. So this is a really powerful headline. I'm more than sure that it was Dan Locke that wrote this copy. I don't think it was Peng Jun, but I recognize this copy because sorry, Dan Locke, I funnel drip in your stuff, so I know how your copywriting style is.
Give Peng Jun some credit.
I mean,
you never know. He's sponsoring it. Come on.
I like Dan Locke, the Asian dragon, more. That's what he calls himself, the Asian dragon. So he's the one who's talking about this in-demand skill. Like once you guys go on his Facebook page, or if you go on his website and just type in copywriting, you'll start seeing like he's the one who started the whole new in-demand skill. Like his emails, it's him. I can tell it's him. So
yeah, I've definitely hacked a little bit of his email funnel. Yeah, he has interesting stuff. And then I think I got to the point where they saw that I wasn't really interacting with his email. So I think I was off the list now. But one thing I do like to note in this is that they actually have a good call to action for the actual image that's inside there. So to join us live, it prompts us to actually know that this is going to be something that's going to be more video based. And it's not something that is, here's this quick product, right? I'm just curious about why the job economy is dying and what is the solution, right? And yeah, there is that call to action at the bottom that says learn more, but following this picture does make it more enticing to be more curious about it, I would say. And quick side note, a call to action is something to point to consumers or users of the platform to let us know what to do for the next steps or what to do, right? So the call is join. So we want to join them on the actual video that they're going to be producing. So that would make something for us to actually be curious about and actually take part in whatever they're doing.
Yeah, 100%. And I want to like tag along what Matt said. So I didn't even realize that call to action at first. But the join us, there's a thing in copywriting. Yeah, I'm more than sure Dan Locke did this because we took the same copywriting course. But to join us encompasses the idea of that I'm not the only one that's going to be here. My competitors or other people that are in the same boat as me will be here watching this. And you don't want to be felt left out. So they're actually including you into this new in-demand skill. And the thought of being, the fear of being left behind is in that. So this ad is a 10-star ad, man. The copy is.
I'm also assuming that Dan Locke might be in it because there is the us, right?
Yeah.
And if he's not in that, I would say that's more of a clickbait because it's like adding a celebrity on there and the celebrity's not there. So hopefully he's in there, but I don't know. Didn't click on it.
We won't click on it. It's just a picture. But I get what you guys are saying. I love it. All right. Next one.
Yeah, this guy's cool. I know who chose this. You, Alex? I'm assuming.
I did. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
It's cool, man. If you're into that YouTube stuff, like again, like it really goes to your demographics. So, it could be targeting entrepreneurs. It could be targeting people who is looking for something new to do. It's clearly hitting on the universal desire of financial pain point. How to start and grow a high impact and high profit YouTube channel. So high impact meaning celebrity status. Like everyone sees all these YouTubers are, getting famous and they're impactful and they're getting all these brand deals. My friend Eric, he has influencer boutique agency and all his influencers are high impact and high profitable on YouTube. But it's in the beauty industry and some other industries too. So it's good.
Yeah,
I
I'm
saw
actually
this.
curious about the swipe up to see what's actually in there because it has a good presentation. It covers the whole screen. It stops you, right? I'm just more curious on what actually happens in the swipe up and how he solves this growing a high impact and high profit YouTube channel and
Yeah.
how he entices the actual consumer to actually learn more about it.
Yeah, like you're right. Like even the copy, like let's dive even more into high impact. Like high impact meaning like you're also like almost indestructible, right? You're always needed, right? So like that encompasses a little bit of other desires too, you know. Any headline really that starts with a how to does pretty well because people are always looking for solutions. A
And
how to is a solution based lead.
it's interesting that you guys say that because I think this ad sucks. And,
Yeah,
and
let's hear it.
I'll tell you why I think it sucks. And this could be the old mind me. Now, Jonathan, I understand what you're saying in regards to speaking to a specific demographic. And yes, he is doing that in regards to the YouTube channel. If that's what you really want to follow. Now, I don't know who Sean Cannell is. I don't. I didn't even research it. But I thought that this ad, I look at the guy, right? He's trying to tell you how to have high impact, high profit in 2020, right? Great. Everybody wants to learn. There's a 7-day free challenge. But then I look at him, the fact that he has a nice think hat up top, you'll
It's good smile, yo.
it's a mindset type of course or, a program that he's trying to put together. But then I look at him, he's in sweats. His shirt is not tucked in. He's giving me the peace sign, like, I'll see you later. So the way I look at this is like, this is a joke for high impact and high profit. That's just my view of it, and it could be old-minded. And I see you guys are thinking, they're like, "Oh boy."
No, I mean, I definitely see where the possibility for that is. But for me, that's why I'm curious about the swipe up to see what he actually has. I'm also curious about when he did the photography for this, because I'm imagining that's not him that took the camera picture. So someone else was saying, "Hey, do something," and we're gonna do. I'm not even sure that this was supposed to be meant for an actual ad. It was something he probably found in his phone gallery, and either phone gallery or someone sent it to him. But I would assume that he would be more smiley in it, and I don't know. It's one of those kind of weird pictures where you can tell that I don't know if a professional photographer told him to be photogenic or do anything photogenic in there, but he looks like a regular person, which I think would be the selling point is that, yes, you see this dude is regular and not fake, but at the same time, maybe you could put on a little smile, or maybe, I don't know if he was going for the serious look, but if he was going serious, maybe not dress up in sweats.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think that he put much thought into this. I can guarantee you that. And here's the thing. All three of us on this call, three different people. And I want to go back to the lion approach in the jungle, right? Or not the jungle, sorry. Lions are in the jungles. Tigers are. But the lion in the desert, in the safari, right? A lot of mistakes that marketers do, they try to like grab everybody. You can't win everybody. The lion can't catch every zebra, every gazelle out there. It catches the one that it knows it can catch. It's laser focused. So like these ads may actually be profitable towards a certain demographic, but it may not be profitable for Alex because Alex is old school. He wants to see the guy in a suit. For me, I can care less. I tend to gravitate to people who come off real, right? So with an ad, you have to have one big idea. What's the big idea? It's how to start and grow a high impact and high profitable YouTube channel in 2020. And that covers that big idea. It's not about, he doesn't have to have a Ferrari. The message is clear. It's simple to the point. And he knows who he's targeting. And he's targeting a person that is probably, I don't know, a teenager or maybe an entrepreneur at home or whatever that just wants to do something. They might want to start their cooking channel, their hobby, right? So even Sam Ovens now, when you look at his ads, he doesn't even wear a suit anymore. He wears a t-shirt because he knows his audience. It's It's teenagers, it's new entrepreneurs, stuff like that. So a lot of the time it really matters on your personality, right? And how you want to come off as. And if you want to come off as someone who's real, as a normal everyday person, and when you swipe up, you see that he's living a luxurious life and he doesn't seem like stuck up or cocky, like then that's his audience. He knows who he's targeting,
Well, I hope that's the case. I thought the copy was great, but I think he could have looked a lot more like Pin Jong. He didn't wear a suit in our last ad. If you guys,
Peng Jong is he wearing a t-shirt?
He's just wearing a t-shirt,
but he's giving a talk. So.
It looks like he's giving a talk. I would do the same thing in this case right here instead of a peace sign. So I'm going to peace out of this ad and go into our next ad. Oh, this is cool. Andrew Argy, there he is. You just said his name earlier.
Yeah, man. Let's
little background story. You want to give a little background story about Andrew Argy with Sam Ovens?
Yeah. Andrew Argy is actually Sam Ovens' protege. As a matter of fact, this guy copies everything that he does, literally, verbatim, as if it was Sam Ovens' twin. But peculiar to this copy, what really caught my attention, not only does it have Sam Ovens' style, where the way he teaches his methodology, but you got an aristocrat from like 1800s and a face mask. And when you look at the copy, it matches, it correlates, it's so parallel to the copy. The picture's parallel to the copy. Sometimes when you're running ads, your copy and your picture is not parallel, it's perpendicular. So meaning that it's actually going against each other. But the reason why this works so well, so beautifully, is because accounting consultants, or whatever you want to call them, they do their way of marketing in business so old school, as if like 1800 style. And then the mask brings them back to reality, right? And the reality is, this is 2020. We're in a pandemic. What the hell are you going to do now? And you got this old school crystal ball, and they're seeing the future, right? And then you go to the copy, 74% of tax and accounting firms believe revenue will decline due to the pandemic. While most firm owners are freaking out, here are results from a secret group of tax accounting firms owners who provided to help with the crisis. And 93% have either retained 100% of their workers, or 25% have hired more people. This is the new world. Whoa, I've been doing things like the old school way. Come on, man, look at that. So Andrew Argy has really honed in the Sam Ovens methodology. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious his offers for that, what he gives for tax accounting firms, because my sister is an accountant, and I know in general for accounting, there's a lot of stuff that accountants are afraid to do because they don't know if it impedes on specific things like legality, right? Are they allowed to post something? And should they ride that line on legal or illegal, right? Just because you post something that is true but not accurate, it could hurt in a lot of ways. And so what a lot of accounting firms tend to do is ride that safe line. So they don't want to deal with the headache on trying to figure out how to make it work, right? So Andrew Argy's way is probably telling tax and accounting firms to say it's okay to be creative and do all these things at the same time staying legal and not harming anything to your clients or to yourself. I'm kind of interested in seeing what he actually says, because they can actually make things more creative for accounting firms.
Interesting point. But Jonathan, I couldn't agree with you more in regards to this, in regards to the copy relating to the picture. I think you hit it spot on that, hey, there are other ways to get out of it. I like how he positions the picture. I'm trying to look at the copy. That's why my face is all so close to you guys. I'm sorry about that. But I'm trying to read the copy, and it really does show what the picture is trying to say. And the way I look at this as well is, you mentioned the aristocrat. Back in the day, we've had pandemics. People survive through pandemics. So there are other ways to get by it. That's the way I would relate to it.